Yeah, welcome to this broadcast. I hope I'm live. Yeah, guys, give me a quick feedback if I'm really live and it's working fine. Yeah, would be good to know. Okay, so let's see if I can get some good blitz games in. This is really a rare case. I have not played a single game of chess today. I did lots of teaching, but I did not play a game. So I hope that I can, start not feeling too rusty there. Yeah, am I live? Give me a quick feedback, please, in the chat. Yep, I'm on. So cool. Let's get going and see if I can get a 5-minute game. 5-minute game in. Okay, I have a seek going for 5 minute. Yeah, seek is wrong. It's the pool system. Yeah, any of you on who watched my simultaneous display on Saturday, 2 days ago? Anybody on? Watched that? Yeah, I really got my butt handed to me. It was a really tough event. I don't get a game yet. That's kind of weird. Oh, now I get one. Good night, Mr. Tom. Okay. Let's see. Get a Queen's Gambit here. Okay. Yeah, now he's got the big decision to make. Okay, he's getting the Rogozin going. And then playing this line with Queen A4 check. That's a simple solution to the Rogozin. For people who don't want to study the big theoretical lines. Oh, Queen to D6. That's a rare move. They normally play H6. It seems that his idea is to play Knight E4 maybe. E3, Knight E4, Bishop F4, Knight takes E3. Yeah, that's maybe possible. Okay, let's just take. Yeah, it is hard to follow the games. There are simply 20 games is quite a bit, and it jumps between game and game all the time. Definitely, they all play this stuff. Bishop D7. Am I making a mistake here or something? I don't know. Bishop D7. I never see that in a GM game, but I get that in Blitz all of the time. Bishop D7. Yeah, I have to switch games quickly. If I don't do that, I lose everything on time. It's just very difficult. I could have taken D5, by the way. Chatting distracted me a bit, but this is still a nice position, I think. Yeah, so I'm just going to develop him and ask him what he's doing about this C7 pawn. Yeah, okay, maybe rook C8 and then a knight move, but still looks better for white, this position. Yeah, rook FC1. Yeah, maybe he has bishop G4. Well, it's not helping him that much. I always will have this pressure on the C file. I wonder if Queen C5 is a move. Okay, not sure what his move is now. I think rook C8. I don't think that making the mouse visible is possible. Maybe. The way we broadcast at the moment is definitely not possible, but it's something that we might make work, yeah. Okay, I think bishop b5 here, simply to attack a4. He can move the knight, but I have play against the a-pawn here anyway. Yeah, I was thinking I will get this pawn there. Do I get the pawn? Not easily. Queen a5 maybe. Queen a5. Rook a8, queen c7. No, you can ask. It was tough. I mean, my opponents really played well. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I played badly. I didn't analyze the game afterwards. But I felt that I simply had opponents who played very well. And I mean, I won the thing, but not very, very clearly. Something like 12 to 8 or 11.5 to 8.5 or something like that. So no way comparable to the first simul where I won all games besides one. There was one draw. But yeah, the big difference was that in Saturday's event there were many games that simply were far beyond the opening stage. So there were no quick wins or something. Yeah, it will be difficult for him now to save his pawns. I think I'm going to win one of the pawns. Don't see how he keeps his stuff. Ah, yeah, interesting. So bishop a4, rook a8. I still have queen b4. Yeah, I think I can do it, right? Yeah, I'm just taking the pawn. Yeah, a pawn is a pawn is a pawn. Very important concept in chess. Do I want to play queen b4 here or not? Maybe queen c5. That looks good. Yeah, in the first simul, I could have won all games, but yeah, it was really a completely different thing that last Saturday. Okay, so he's trying for counterplay here, and let's see how to play. Maybe here, trying to trade some stuff. Okay, he's got bishop g4. I wanted to take on g6, but that's a bad idea. Okay, I'm just trading stuff. I have an extra pawn here, and I have one more minute on the clock. Yeah, this simul was tough. There were some really good players in there, and also there was one game where I played one of my students, and I really have to ask him about that. Yeah, he's a bit too strong actually. And why now you're doing the simul thing? Why now? I don't know. I don't understand the question. It's just an event that ICC is doing, the Simul Master, and I'm glad to participate. I think it's quite a nice event. Gives many players the opportunity to play against higher rated player. Okay, he tries knight d6 to... Okay, let's see if I can activate my queen here. Maybe queen up to f4. Okay, knight d6. I wonder, is there some way to avoid that? I can get the queen to f4 anyway. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, if he trades, it's very nice, and it's not that he has huge counterplay. Okay, let's just play this endgame now. I control e4, and he is not controlling e5. That's very important. Okay. Yeah, I think I can just pile up on the g file. I could play knight d7, but it wasn't so great, I think. That does look rather reliable here, this way to win. Yeah, and here, oh, I gave away the pawn. That wasn't a good idea. But okay, it's a time win. Let's see, rook g6 or something. Yeah, it's a time win. I didn't. Oh, there was a fork. Okay, maybe there was a fork. I might have missed that. Okay, next game against Bagger. Okay, so we got a name. That's Martin Dambacher. That's a teammate of mine in the Belgium league. Let's see. What does Martin play? I think he plays the classical. Oh, he just played knight f3 here. Okay, so yeah, he's a grandmaster. He's a grandmaster nowadays, but he still has the IM in there. Maybe never bothered the ICC to tell them that he's a GM now. So he's a grandmaster with about 2,500 elo. I'm just playing a normal Bogo Indian setup where I'm angling for quick f5, trying rook f6 g6. This kind of very crude attack, but it is dangerous. As it happens, the crude attacks are often very dangerous. Okay, I can go to h6 or g6. It's both interesting. I go to h6. Yeah, okay, knight f8. And I can take knight takes e6. It's very often the one idea. Yeah, this whole position type is not easy for white to play, especially in blitz. Yeah, my thoughts on Wesley So being forfeited a game in the US Championships. Yeah, it's a very uncommon thing to happen, really, and very surprising that you would have a top player like Wesley So doing this note taking during a game. I never heard of any of that. It's really unusual. But I have to think about the game here briefly. c5. That's tricky. He might play c6 and can close my diagonal. If I take twice and take with the knight, he has queen c5, queen f5 at the end. I don't know. Maybe then knight e6 might be okay. Tricky business. Yeah, I thought it was quite weird that he's taking those notes. I understand that it was something that, yeah, I mean, it was pretty harmless. Yeah, stuff like don't get into time trouble or be focused or stuff like that. It's pretty harmless. Nothing that really is he wasn't. He wasn't cheating or anything like that. It wasn't unethical or whatever. It was just something that is kind of unusual, and I think it was totally okay that they forfeited him. It's a rule violation, and it was very clear that the arbiter warned him more than once, and if you are warned 2 times, you really have to stop. I mean, there is no way around it. It doesn't matter if your world number whatever, you still have to stop. And well, he didn't for some obscure reason. I mean, okay, he said that he used a piece of paper instead of writing on his score sheet, but it's still a very weird way to handle things. Okay, that's a very dangerous position. Difficult to play. Wow, that's very tricky position. Yeah, and there were things going on, yeah, with his family and stuff. I really don't know. I didn't read. I had bishop e4 in this position. What would he have played after that? Bishop e6 or what? Wow. I couldn't take on f3 and queen h4 because of mate. There was a8 was hanging. Yeah, now he's trading this bishop, or at least he tries to. Okay, I have to play it simple now. I had bishop e4 earlier, right? Why didn't I do that? That would have been much better, I guess. Right, okay, it's not a bad position, I guess. I can go knight b3, bishop a7 though. Queen d7 maybe has knight e5. I don't know. My rook is a bit offside. That's really a problem. The offside rook on h6. Sorry. Yeah, I only read a little bit about this family business that is going on there with Wesley. So yeah, I can only hope that he has some people that he can trust and that really are good for his that really are good advisors, let's say. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it's not a bad idea to ask Mr. Singfield about some advice. I don't know, I'm in no position to say something there. Okay, c6, if he takes, I'll take f3 at the end or not. Don't quite see the problem here. Probably goes queen to h5. I don't know. Queen d6, I take twice, take f3, and here I'm threatening rook g2 and queen f3. And knight e4 is in the mix. That looks like a good position actually. King h1, I'm jumping in. Here's bishop e1, of course. What now? Is there some tactic? Rook g2, not possible. How do I do something here? It looks nice. Rook h6 maybe. Maybe I can prepare rook h6 here with queen f6. I don't know what it's doing actually. Okay, maybe here. Don't want to trade queens. Okay, can take f2, but at the end I'm checkmated. Rook f4 is also in. And there's this rook hanging. I cannot take there. I can do this though. That took me like a million of years. Okay, I'm slow. I'm just slow. Rusty. Yeah, I don't know. I can do both. Rook h6 was still. I'm taking this now. Oh, I've got 5 seconds. Come on, Martin. Give up. Hey, I'm your teammate. You don't play on time with the rook down. Can you believe that? He offered me a draw. Okay. Hey, maybe didn't know that it's me. Okay. So what happened to my 2500 rating? Yeah, I'm currently lower because the videos that are currently on my channel released yesterday, they are from I recorded them like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So there's always some kind of delay between the release and stuff. Okay, playing Snöbe here from Germany. That's a frequent opponent. And I sometimes tend to get into time trouble against him. At least this time he's playing a somewhat more active opening. He normally is one of those guys who plays the London system and then just shuffles around doing nothing. So I'm glad that this is not happening here. Okay, let's see. There's a question here by Alkfrosch about the Sicilian Kalashnikov, if this is an opening that is suitable for someone who wants a more strategic approach. Yes, indeed it is. I think it's one of the Sicilian lines that suit the more strategically inclined player. It's not something that I would call boring or anything, but it is a line that is more strategic in nature than, let's say, the Najdorf or so. The highest rated player that I've defeated in tournament chess, the highest rated player that I won against in tournament chess is Grandmaster Michal Gurevich. At the time he was 2,600. His highest rating was 2,700. He was number 5 in the world at one point. I was very proud of that game. It was very nice game. But I still believe that at the day when we played that he had a hangover and wasn't completely on 100% strength. Nakamura played the Scotch Gambit, yes, that I claimed is dubious. The Scotch Gambit is the start of this opening. There are some lines there, of course. Some lines are good, sometimes are worse. And I had a game where someone played a sub-variation that really is dubious. What Nakamura played is actually quite okay, of course. I mean, he's not playing any trashy lines. So this is something that can be recommended. The opening that he played yesterday, at least as a nice surprise weapon. Yeah, I'm not talking much about this game. I'm just trying to be solid and not lose on time. I can say welcome to this video. Yeah, I can. What is this guy doing? I don't really understand it. F3 and stuff, but okay. He wants to reposition himself. Bishop to F2. A book about the Queen's Gambit. Yeah, there are plenty of books. There's something in particular that you think about, like for black, for white, something very general. There are many books on the subject. Yeah, he couldn't really keep the c4 pawn. Let's see. I don't know how to. I want to win this pawn there. Maybe queen a5. Yeah, he cannot play c4. I'm supporting the a pawn. That looks nice. Yeah. A book about the queen's game. There's really a lot. Yeah? Lots of books. If I go c4, how does he keep the pawn? Rook b1. I take c3. That doesn't look good. Yeah, so rook b8 or what, I guess. Can also play a3, that's also quite good. Let's push a3, there's no reason not to. Okay. Okay, rook b8 for rook b5. The Matthew Sadler book is really good, yeah, it is very good. And still kind of okay. It is outdated in terms of concrete lines, but Sadler's general explanations are really excellent. So it's something to still be, it's still worth looking at this book. Okay, let's cover. Someone writes, I was one game from a GM norm. Not really. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. I mean, okay, yeah, if I would have won, theoretically speaking, against Lenderman last year, I would have been in a very good position, but I wouldn't have, it wasn't like, I wouldn't have scored the actual norm. It would have been a very good chance, though, very good opportunity. So let's push things here and then take b6. And queen b2, I was thinking. Those pawns are strong. Yeah, and he resigned. That was a nice one. Very clear victory. Yeah, I sometimes struggle against this guy. Okay. Yeah, yeah, here's a question about the Zurich 1952 book by Bronstein. Yes, it's a classic. It's really a classic book. One of the great tournament books. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I mean, we have to always keep it or look at it to put it into perspective. It was written, obviously. I don't know what is written. Was it written around that time? I think it was released not too long after the tournament, and this is quite a long time ago. Bronstein's annotations were fine, but of course it's not the current, not like what you would expect from a nowadays book. There are quite a number of mistakes and evaluations that are a bit outdated, but it's still a very decent book, of course. So we got the triangle variation here. Let's develop here. So yeah, many people say that this is one of their favorite chess books, the Zurich tournament book. It is indeed very nice, and I looked at it a bit when I was younger. It's also simply what you have to see is that this tournament there, Zurich 1953, it was one of those old-time candidate tournaments where there were tons of players. Yeah, they had I don't know, 30 something rounds. I'm really not sure about the precise number, but it was yeah, I mean, an enormous figure, 30 rounds or so. Well, I'm just allowing a nasty check there. The check there. What is this? That looks funny. Okay, queens. Do I go queen c3 or not? Yeah, it's cannot move the king, but it's still a nice position even with queens traded. Yeah, the book does not cover all of the games, but the thing is, there's simply a huge wealth of games to choose from there, so there have to be some good ones. There are simply too many, too many games there. So there are really quite a number of classic games. There is this famous Kotov game where he sacrifices the house out of this King's Indian position with the king hunt and so on. There are many great games. There's some Petrosian exchange sacrifices and stuff like that. So many cool games. There is also a book about this tournament by Najdorf, which is regarded as very good as well by many people. But I never got around to look at that one. Okay, so do I take there or do I have something better? I wonder. I can go to e7, maybe. Not to e5, but to e7. Or is there some drawback there? I don't see it at the moment. It seems that I just win the pawn. Yeah, I just win the pawn, I think. The g-pawn. He can play g3, but nah, not really. That looks awkward. The question if I was good at math in school. If you want to know if you need to be good at math to be a decent chess player, I don't think so. I mean, I was pretty okay, but nothing great. Okay, so how do I do that? If I go, can I go c5? He has rook g7 though. I take g4 twice. I can take with the bishop. Pawn takes c4. Okay, let's take it. I don't want to take. I want to take too much time. Oh wow! I didn't expect that move. Okay. Let's reposition this to e5 then. That was a really great square. Okay, c5 or g4. It both looks good, really. Yeah, where are you going now with this knight? I think people who are good at math usually should have some kind of talent for chess, but it's nothing that is a total, yeah, something that is completely related or clearly related all of the time. Rook g1, bishop d7, g5 takes, rook g8. Ha, have I screwed this up? Maybe I did. I didn't play that well, not at all. Yeah, a King's Indian book from 2004. Yeah, that is probably outdated a bit, but it depends. Especially if it contains some strategic advice, it might be useful. There are books. There's a book, for example, by Gallagher that is from the early 2000s, which is pretty decent. No, I did not meet Emil Josef Diemer. I'm not sure when he died, but it must be some years ago. Yeah, now I'm promoting my pawn here. He didn't prevent that. Yep, I'm approaching 2400 again. Yeah, chess is a lot about pattern and recognizing similarities and so on. This might also be the case in math. Yeah, the Gallagher book is pretty okay. It's absolutely okay. It's a bit outdated, but it's still very usable. Yeah, that's a question. Can a club player benefit from looking at things that is a bit above their level? It depends. I think it depends a little bit on your character. If you are very easily frustrated, yeah, like, okay, you do an exercise and another one and you fail at every exercise, then I don't know if it's a great idea. But it is if you are not easily frustrated, it can be an idea to study some stuff that is a bit above your level on paper, at least. Especially if it is not like exercises but explanations. I think you can benefit from high-level stuff there. Also, it's never really a bad idea to try to widen your horizon, let's say, and look at some new things. There's a question. What's my bet? Will Carlsen reach the magic 2,900? If he wants, he will, yes. Okay, so this guy's playing it in a very simple way there with e4, which does not mean bad. I mean, just pretty simple. I think one thing is that with this question with Magnus Carlsen's rating is that what he actually lacks a bit. I think he does not have a very yeah, I know it sounds harsh with Caruana, but he doesn't have a very serious challenger at the moment. Maybe Caruana if he gets more stable or so, but he doesn't have someone who really pushes him to the limits. And if he would have that, I think definitely, yes. Okay. For example, Kasparov and Karpov, yeah, they played a ton of matches, those 5 matches from 1984 to 1990, those 6 years. In those 6 years, they really pushed each other to new levels that weren't possible before. Especially Karpov became a much more aggressive, more versatile player. Yeah, of course, Grishuk, Nakamura, they're all strong, but there is no one that I think is really pushing Magnus to the utmost in terms of if you look at this is not comparable to Karpov Kasparov, for example. Okay, I was thinking about Rook D8, but of course he has this Rook D7 move. Yeah, that was stupid. Played this too quickly. So Rook here. Can I just play Rook B8? It's quite passive. Okay. I'm trying to approach with my king. If he goes Rook D7, I go King F8 E8. I hope that works. It's rather passive. But if I can kick him out there with the rook, okay. So that wasn't a move that I was fearing so much. Yeah, I mean, what is he doing there? He wants... Wow. So he's saying that on king d8 he goes knight d5. And then bishop f8. Really? What kind of guy is that? Is it a new account? No. That's a very, very hard way, very, for me, kind of unhuman way to play. But okay, maybe he just is that good. Letting all pieces hang here in a way. Maybe I can play rook c8, rook c8, rook b7, knight takes e5. Wow. It's got a4 and b5 here in this position. Wow, he's playing that excellently. e6, knight f6, almost made. I don't see any way out of this. Knight e6 maybe. Maybe I can get in knight e6 now. Wow. Maybe I get this rook kicked out, but he might play something funky. He does. What is this guy doing here? It's really, really amazing. Check, king d7, bishop b8, and back. It's probably lost. Yeah, but okay, what can I do? I'm getting this piece back, but wow, that's the one. Okay, at least he's making some mistakes. Otherwise, it would have been really kind of uncanny. That looks bad, but I think I have chances to draw. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not actually. Yeah, I can play g4. There's no way to defend here, probably. How does he win here? I don't know. King f7. I don't see a win. I think it's a draw. Can offer him a draw. I offered him a draw. Yeah, now he took it. I think it's a draw. Yeah, someone is mentioning Wei Yi as a challenger. Yeah, certainly. This is a very substantial talent there, definitely. The 15-year-old, I think he's 15, right? It's really impressive, 2,700. And he's really playing a kind of a mature chess, kind of a complete chess, nothing very single-minded. So quite good, definitely. Okay, yeah, I don't really analyze much afterwards the games in this format. I'm playing more. Okay, I'm trying something funky here against his Dutch, and I get something funky. Isn't this kind of risky for him? Let's see. I can try to exploit the light squares here. Okay. Yeah, I understand. That's kind of f4 is tricky. I don't like to trade much, but yeah, probably have to. I can try a play knight off. There is no K factor boosting while he's rating, no. Once you're above 2,400, the K factor is always 10. So it's absolutely not, it doesn't matter how old he is or whatever. If you are over 2,400, or if you have been once over 2,400, your K factor is always 10. So this change in K factor is only relevant for very much relevant for this junior players who get a new fresh rating. And there we have had some funny cases where people gained tons of points in in one list. Okay, so he wants to go to f4 here, this guy, I guess. Yeah, not much that I can do about that. Have to trade this with knight to e2 later. Studying endgames instead of tactics. I don't know. I mean, if you study tactics, you usually also practice your endgame a little bit, because endgames is a lot about calculating. The K factor. The K factor is a mathematical factor that is used in the calculation of the ELO ratings, and it is the factor that decides how quickly you gain or lose points. So if you have a high factor, which is the case for lower rated people and juniors, you lose more points per game depending on your result. While if you are higher rated, you only lose 10 points. For example, I am rated above 2,400 and I have a K factor of 10. So if I win a game against someone who is my rating, I win exactly 5 points. I just blundered this pawn. That's not good. Okay. How much do you study compared to playing? I don't play much and I don't study much, simply because I have no time. I'm teaching most of the time, or I am busy writing, producing videos and so on. I'm more of a chess teacher than a player. Okay, I'm trying to get one of the pawns back, and I think I do, right? Knight f5 or bishop, I don't know what's better. Or g4 actually. G4 is also a move. Yep. If you want an information how much should you in general or anybody should study in comparison to playing, yeah, both is very, very important. Yeah, getting practical experience is very important. So play as much as you are able to, and also try to study much. It's both very important, really. Yeah, there's a question: does teaching chess hurt the game of the teacher? I don't know. I think in general, I don't think you can make a very clear judgment there. I think it's probably not very beneficial, as Nigel Short said, to do much teaching of beginners, because then you might, well, you kind of only or you are used more to think in terms that how a beginner would think about chess. Maybe this is indeed not very helpful, but I mostly teach intermediate players, so I have not experienced that myself. And in general, while you're teaching chess, you're also thinking about the game, so it makes you, it helps that you're connected to it. Yeah, okay, this is a tricky position here. We have equal material, and I'm trying to catch his bishop here. Where is this bishop going? Okay, so he tries for a counter attack. My thing is, I want to get the knight to f5 and prove that this knight is stronger than his bishop. I hope I'm succeeding with that idea. And I want to trade a rook here to make sure that on the e-file I'm not getting into trouble. Yeah, let's put it to f5. I'm not sure if h5 maybe is a move. Sorry, is a move. Maybe it is. Yeah, could have played king d2. Yeah, now h5 is probably in there, so let's go to h2. Okay, he might sacrifice the exchange, so I'm going to prevent that, just to be sure. Okay, he has this move, and now bishop over to c7. So I couldn't really prevent the exchange sack. Bishop c7, bishop f4 is a move, or is an idea. Let's do that anyway here. If he sacks, then he sacks. Nothing that I can do. Okay. Maybe g4. No, takes on g4. Yeah, but this way I'm actually keeping the material. Bishop g5. Nah, it's still good. It's still good for white. So I cannot go f4 here, but king here. Let's try to trade one rook. Okay, I have to watch out for the time. The Gashimov Memorial. The Gashimov Memorial will be covered on the ICC. I will also do I will do one of the live broadcasts actually on Sunday. Looking forward to that. I'm going to meet up there with Timur Gareev, the very enterprising American player who recently played the US Championships. Very colorful guy and interesting player. I will also do some coverage of the tournament on my channel. Probably like game of the day or something. Not sure. Yeah, it's a nice end game. And here I'm promoting. Yeah, so he resigns. Yeah, the US Championships, very nice tournament. Yeah, and there's a mention about this guy Gajos Nigalice. Never heard about him, but it seems that he cheated at this Open there in I think it was in Dubai. Was it Dubai? Yeah, one in the Persian Gulf. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, people cheating with smartphones. Remarkable, really. But great that they caught him, and they really should get in some severe punishment there. I'm not sure what he's facing. A couple of years of ban, I guess. Okay, what do I do here? The exchange here, King's Indian Exchange. Don't see that too often. I've played it a bit myself. King D1. What? Yeah, that must be some kind of mouse slip. It's not terrible. I mean, position is still fairly equalish. So let's get stuff out. Yes, I'm planning. I'm thinking about doing those series again, the middle game, end game, and so on. It's been it's been a while since I did this, but it was enjoyable, and I will do this. Okay, so here in this game, I try to use the dark squares. See if I can trade bishops and maybe get the knight to d4. It would be great. So bishop to c5 is the idea. And he's blocking this. Okay, so knight here, and he maybe plays knight b3. Interesting. What a weird setup. Yeah, if I go rook b8, he has c5, huh? Wow. What a strange position. Okay, I'm going to play this move, which looks completely ugly, but I don't see how I can reorganize. Someone says, I just started to play chess. What's the best way to start? Yeah, I would say if you play online, play some somewhat longer time controls. Don't play blitz all the time. It's okay to play a bit of blitz. That's not really something that's going to hurt your game a lot if you play some blitz chess. But make sure to get mostly rapid time control games in. Yeah, 30 minutes or so you can play blitz for fun, but don't make it your main pastime. Try to focus on somewhat longer time control games. Okay, this is a funny position here. I'm hoping that knight f6 is doing something against his rook. Yes, I was thinking knight f6 for bishop d7. He has knight b6 though. Okay, knight b6. Yes, c5 as a possible move. I don't really see a great way to play here. c5 is really a problem, but at least that would break the 5th rank. Let's do this and try to regroup. He probably won't take, but in case he does, I have a pre-move. Rook e5 maybe? No, that was complete nonsense what I just said. Okay, how do I play here? Bishop bishop e7 probably. To f6. Okay, his bishop here on d3 is not playing yet. That's the only thing that's kind of saving me. Can give this check. It doesn't help much. Yeah, let's get the rook over. Okay, so he wants to go bishop to d5. Okay, but I have this check. So maybe this is some kind of counterplay. For d3, I don't know, I'm just gambling here. Might just be complete rubbish. Yeah, he's just taking it. But the check, where is he going? To d1. I can actually take here, right? This is not bad, right? He blundered. I was really lucky in this game. Here. So going here. I was in an absolutely terrible shape and now I'm a piece up. It's still a bit tricky, but anyway. Okay, bishop g7 is what he wants to do, I guess. Tricky. I can go to h5 though. Let's do that. And bishop d6 is also still kind of annoying. Yes, he has this check there, but okay, I have no time. You can take e7. No, he can take e7. He can take e7. So what a shame. Okay, maybe I can still do something. My pawn is dangerous. It is dangerous. I didn't see that move. Oh, okay. Yeah, rook d5. Oh, that we both played this really badly. Yeah, rook d5. Oh, wow, that was a terribly bad game. Yeah, first he was winning, then I was winning, and then I blundered it back again. Okay, guys, let's see if there are some the stone in the background. What's the stone in the background? The speaker. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this show. It was over in a breeze. 1 hour and 5 minutes went past really quickly. Yeah, with tactics, I mean solving puzzles, looking at positions. Yeah, people played the c5 line in the bishop f4 QDG against me a bit. But I don't know. Well, there was this one game where Magnus played this early rook e8, yeah. Interesting idea, but I don't know. It's not a super popular line anyway, the QDG as black. I don't get it so often. And very often people play knight bd7, which is a bit more in fashion somehow. So I don't really know. There's nothing particularly wrong with c5 anyway. Never was. So I don't know. People can play there without any problem. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. And I'm off for tonight. Yeah. Bye.